Welcome back to Cinecism. I'm Eric.
Hey, it's your boy Dante, man, and today we're gonna be doing a review. Well, shit. Today we're gonna
Go on.
I knew it was gonna fuck up. Let's try that again. Let's get into that again. It's your boy Dante, man, and today we're gonna be doing the best list. How do I want to say this? Our best list of 2020.
Sure.
Today we're gonna be doing our favorite movies for.
My bad. I zoned out.
He trying to get beamed up. He was like, today we're gonna be.
Today we're gonna be. What I'm saying though is just, I'm the best, man. I did.
Whatever became of him, yo?
What could possibly become of us? Shout out to Eli Porter.
Shit, nigga, in this country, he might be a congressman.
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Cinecism. I'm Eric.
It's your boy Dante, man, and today we're going to be sharing with y'all our favorite movies from 2020. Of course, we did not see every movie in 2020, so we just want to let y'all know that. And these are in no particular numerical order, just some of our favorite movies that we saw in 2020.
Personal favorites.
Yep.
So the first movie on our list was actually on both of our lists is The King of Staten Island, starring Pete Davidson. This actually was a surprisingly good one for me personally because I didn't really have any expectations. I thought this one was a really enjoyable, heartfelt comedy.
I didn't quite know what to expect. I've come to respect Pete Davidson as an actor. Like the movies that I've seen him in, aside from even this one, I think he does a great job. He brought a real sensitivity to it. It was great to see Steve Buscemi in it. That was a surprise. Marissa Tomei did a great job, and so did
Bill Burr. Yeah,
Bill Burr did great in this movie. So yeah, it was just a great cast, and
it was actually genuinely funny too.
Very. The next movie is another one that we both had in common, which was Onward. Just a phenomenal movie. Not even animated. It's definitely the best animated movie I saw this year. One of the best movies I've seen, period. It had a lot of heart. The cast, once again, was great. Tom Holland, and then you had Chris Pratt, who played real well off each other's brothers. The animation looked amazing. And I was just really impressed by the world that they created, too. I'm telling you, it's going to tug at your heartstrings for sure.
It was definitely I'm not going to say unique concept because it's not anything we necessarily never seen before, but it was handled well. And I like the way that they handled the theme of death and loss, too, in a very heartwarming and family-oriented setting. So next on my personal list was the Christopher Nolan movie Tenet that came out last year. This definitely wasn't my favorite or the best Christopher Nolan movie by a long shot. However, I really appreciated the technical aspects of the movie. Like visually, it was crazy. It wasn't like anything I've ever seen before. It could have been a little better. Some of the dialogue could have been better and not as exposition-y. Overall, it was still one of my favorite movies of last year.
The reason why this isn't on my top 5 list is kind of for the reasons you just said, just the exposition point. The story wasn't, I don't think, fleshed out really well, even though it's an interesting concept. I just don't think that it was executed really well. I would say this movie, for the sheer visuals, would be on my top 10 list. It's easily one of the best movies that came out last year. Another one that caught me off guard was The Invisible Man. The thing that made this movie work for me is Elizabeth Moss, who is a phenomenal actress. She carried this movie. I mean, she has a great supporting cast, but I do think that if you didn't have her, this movie might not have made my list. Her acting is so compelling in this movie because for the first half of the movie, she's not really working with a lot. I mean, there's a threat there, but you don't see him. So it's really her that brings that character to life in the beginning before you actually get a physical threat.
Yeah.
And also the direction and the camera work for building suspense was done very well.
To add to your point, Elizabeth Moss definitely carried this movie. The way that you slowly see her start to become like mentally unwound, I think was handled and executed very well. I thought that they did a really good job, especially with a theme and concept that we've seen done countless times before. I thought this was a pretty fresh take on it.
I agree.
One of my personal favorites of last year was The Old Guard, which was released on Netflix. This was a surprising one for me too. I really enjoyed it. I thought the action was handled well. I liked the story too, and all of the characters in the movie were pretty interesting. Even though we didn't get a deep dive into all of them, I thought what we did get, or we did learn about each of the characters, was pretty cool. I don't see Charlize Theron a lot in a lot of these types of movies, but I have been in recent years, so I really enjoy her in like more action focused movies.
I looked at The Old Guard as a potential for my top 5 list. It was a really good movie, man. Really, really good. Great acting once again. I thought the story was very interesting. I've never seen immortality done quite in this way. I guess you could say Highlander, but they had to kill each other to end it. They were actually on some type of a limited time frame, like time.
Yeah. What do you call that? What do you call that when somebody is not all the way immortal?
Ain't no such thing as halfway.
Because they're not invulnerable. They're not invulnerable.
They immortal or don't.
They could get hurt.
They heal very quickly and they age very slowly.
Yeah, so they like Wolverine, basically.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But Wolverine is capable of being killed, but it takes a lot to kill him.
That's exactly what it is.
They do, in a sense, die temporarily, and they kind of like they self-resuscitate.
You're right.
So I don't know, man. It's a weird situation. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was dope. Even the visual effects weren't bad for a Netflix movie.
The next on my list is Chemical Heart's styling. Fucking me.
The stylistics. What'd you say?
You mad because I'm styling on you. So next on my list is Chemical Hearts, starring Lily Reinhart from the show Riverdale, which I actually don't watch. This is my first time really being introduced to her, but I know she plays on that show. And Austin Abrams. It took me a while to watch it. I was aware of it for a while and was just very impressed. It's a very character-driven movie. I don't know, man. It was just such a compelling story. The caliber of acting in this movie, it really pulled me in. It really made me feel and care about these characters. This is definitely a movie I would suggest is worth checking out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's kind of in the same vein as Spectacular Now, like I was telling Eric. I think you'd enjoy this movie if you enjoyed that movie.
Lastly on my list, Bad Boys for Life, which came out, January last year? Yeah.
That's the first movie we did.
Yeah, you're right. Usually when they do sequels, especially over a decade later, it usually ends bad. But this one I actually enjoyed. I thought that the story was very organic for this point of their careers, and it was good to see them reunite after not having seen them in a movie together in so long. They just got right back into character, and it really felt like you saw the evolution of both of their characters in this movie. It was a bit over the top with the plot in some aspects, but you know what? I'm not even mad at it.
And like you said, over a decade since we had the last one, I think that just speaks to their chemistry. Mm. They have such a good chemistry together. I thought this movie, as ridiculous as some of it was very enjoyable, and I thought it was a good last chapter in the franchise.
I'm hoping it's the last chapter.
Yeah, me too. The last on my list is going to be a movie that actually recently just came out, which was Sylvies Love, starring Tessa Thompson and Nnamdi Asomugha. They fall in love over a summer, and it's just one of those really good love stories. But like most love stories, it shows the stages of them falling in and out of love. I thought it was really well done. It's kind of reminiscent of like a love in basketball. I wouldn't even say falling in and out of love, because they were always in love in the movie, but it's like the timing wasn't right. For whatever reason, 2020 was really heavy on the jazz, especially near the end of the year. Like a lot of movies came out with jazz influences. This movie is no exception. I thought they did a really great job, man. It's great cinematography, great music throughout. It feels like an older movie, but in a modern way, and I really appreciated it.
I do have a couple of honorable mentions that I want to talk about, one of which being Sonic the Hedgehog. It wasn't the best film of last year, but it was a lot of nostalgia that went into it, especially for a character like this. This movie could have been a lot worse than it was. The writers and director behind that movie seemed to care at least a little bit about the fans.
I agree.
And they delivered a decent movie, a decent family movie. I thought it was fun, and it didn't really come across cheesy like I thought it would. I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel. I'll go to the theaters again.
It's potential, especially with the introduction of Tails and possibly Knuckles.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be some shit.
And Jim Carrey was looking crazy at the end of that shit. Another honorable mention I got was the Netflix original movie Extraction, starring Chris Hemsworth. I thought that was a decent action movie too. I thought the action scenes and sequences were shot really well. It was pretty violent, which some people might not really like too much, but if you're watching a movie like this, you already know what to expect. So I definitely recommend it to any action film junkies. You're definitely going to enjoy it.
I'd also bring up, it came out not too long ago as well, but I'd bring up Soul. I thought Soul was a solid animated movie from last year. It had a great story, very good cartoon animation. It was good to see like that type of messaging, especially given the year that was 2020. So I thought it was a good way to end the year.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to our Cinecism special edition for our... Fuck it. Let me... Nigga just be talking. All right, let me start over. Thank y'all for tuning in to our personal best movies of last year list. Also, if you did like any of the movies that we reviewed or talked about from our best list, let us know too why you liked it. You can drop a comment below. Oh, what to say?
Well, nigga, you took my line.
My bad.
You supposed to say the trailer shit.
Okay.
Watch the trailers if you got.
Yeah, but ain't that.
Now I don't know what to say. I'm just like, all right, niggas.
Man, we just be out here, man. We need a script.
As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you guys have seen any movies or trailers or anything that you want to suggest for us, just drop a comment below and let us know. We appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks.
Peace. This nigga keep going live. I'm scared of what he's saying.
Oh yeah, I had to turn it off.
You tuned in, nigga. I wish you would have hit me. I would have told you.
No, I ain't watched the video. I turned off his live notification. Nigga said you watch? Oh no, we never watch.